There we go. That's enough of that for now. I'm very tired. Hello to anybody who's here. I don't think there are that many here right now. There aren't that many people here right now. Maybe some people will be watching later, though. Or maybe more people will show up. Who knows? I think it's probably pretty unlikely that anybody's going to be showing up for any of this. Hold on. Aha, I did it. It's been a while since I've done this streaming thing. I'm having to remind myself of how to actually do the necessary steps. Oh, of course, I'm a fool. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I had the stream set for unlisted initially. Of course there's nobody here. Everything was I haven't done this in a few minutes. You may not have noticed. Haven't really been around. Oh boy. Well, that does explain why no one is here. Not that I would expect people to show up anyway, but we'll say it's not an explanation, a contributing factor. We'll put it that way. That's a way of looking at it, right? Contributing factors. In fact, hold on a second. So there are only a couple of people in here. I think the faster thing is probably going to be to stop this and restart it immediately. One moment for the 2 people who are in here. There we go. Now it should all be working properly. I tried to start one stream, but I haven't done it in so long that I forgot how to do it properly, because I'm just that stupid. Also, I haven't slept in 48 hours, so that's a contributing factor. It's not actually true. I have slept in the last 48 hours, but very little. But the YouTube titles are only so long before they turn into, the ellipsis, because it's all trailed off, so. I've only slept 6 hours in the last 48, with a couple of bad nights of sleep before that. It's just too long of a title for a video. So I didn't roll with it. Sue me. Alrighty. What are we doing? We are, for not very long, because I have other stuff that I need to do tonight, including, but not limited to, sleeping. We will be, for just a little while here, playing a little bit of Modern Warfare multiplayer, because I feel like it and I can, and I'm done with, some stuff, like the title of the video says, so I can do whatever I want. No, it's not true, I can't do whatever I want, but in this exact moment in time, I'm going to do something that I want to do. If I can get everything to work properly. This is a mistake. I should have just played video games for fun instead of trying to do it with people. It's making it way more complicated than it needs to be. Sigh. Played online video games by myself. You know what I mean. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Not important. I'm going to fix it. It's fine. Kenzie, I'm still wearing a suit and tie because I got home and I haven't stopped. I've been working on stuff since I got home. Starting this stream is the first thing that I've done that wasn't me working on something that was, like something that somebody needed right away, or something that I just was like, I had things I needed to deal with. I never stopped and changed, and now I want to do this now before it gets any later, because I have other things that I need to do starting around 8:30, including but not limited to in a couple of hours sleeping. So I want to do this for just a little bit. So whatever. I'm still dressed. Who cares? I really don't. I don't care at all. I just don't care. I just do not care. I said a couple weeks ago that I was going to try and start streaming weekly, and it just did not happen. Just did not happen because the last several weeks have been just too busy. I thought for sure I'd be able to stream in a couple of hours here or there, but nope, 'twas not to be. No, crap. Stop that. Stop that. Okay, now I'm done. Now I think I've remembered how the game of setting all this garbage up works. We should actually be good to go now. Whoopee, wahoo, yeehaw, all that sort of stuff. I am going to take this jacket off, though, because I don't need to have this on anymore. Oh, boy. Don't expect me to be entertaining, folks. Just expect me to be miserable. It's okay. There's nobody here, so there's no expectations. If anyone does show up, you know, I'll engage. I'll talk with people in chat. But I'm just gonna play Call of Duty for a few minutes because I feel like it. As I said, not for long. We're not going to be here very long. Also, the other answer as to why I'm still dressed up is just because I felt like it. I thought it would be funny. Oh dear, what's this? Hold on a second. Yeah, this is a problem. Why are you not? Well, that's very strange. Oh, of course, I know what I've done wrong. Oh, I'm such a fool. Why do I always do it? This is why I have to... I can't just do stuff blind. I always forget. Why isn't the stream getting any game audio? It's because I have my headphones plugged into the controller, not into the monitor. Because I cut off the audio feed. I'm so stupid. This is great, you guys. This is awesome. It's pretty much exactly how I wanted this to be. Alright, now we can do something. Where am I going? I haven't renamed all my... I messed with all my classes and didn't rename any of them. Whoopee! Aha! I thought he was going to shoot me with a sniper rifle, but it didn't happen. Oh, boy. Alrighty. A couple of people trickling in. Like I said, I honestly... if absolutely nobody had shown up for this, since there was no notice and I'm only going to be here for like 30 minutes, I wouldn't have been surprised, so... Oh. That was... What team am I on? I'm op 4. Okay, I think that was an American. So... Oh, hold on. Nope, Whew, this is what happens when you haven't slept. Your reactions aren't so good, and your reaction time isn't so good anymore. Damn it. One of them went down, and I tried to switch targets really quickly, and it just wasn't fast enough. There we go. That was something resembling graceful. Damn it. Why did I even try that one? No, Linus, I don't need to sleep. It's fine. Who cares? It's okay. Honestly, I'm fine. I need to go a little bit longer than this before I start to have any real problems. I can operate without sleep pretty well. Now, if I did this for another day, if I continued to operate as I have been recently for one more day, I'd probably start to get pretty bad. But for now, I'm okay. I can't believe I missed that guy all 4 times. Or 3 times, or however many shot at him. I think, in fact, honestly, in terms of things that I'm going to be impaired doing because of a lack of sleep, this is probably the worst performance I'm going to have of anything that I've done in the last 48 hours. Because I haven't touched this game in about a week because I've been too busy, and I haven't slept a ton, so my reflexes are probably not going to be great. I've also never played this game in front of an audience, really, and I tend to clam up with certain things when I play them in front of people, so we'll see if I can actually impress anybody. If I really have to impress anybody, I'll just go into my game share like clips and I'll pull up some good stuff, and we'll just pretend that I'm playing. You know, we'll just pretend that I'm playing. I'll pull up like pre-recorded good footage. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so boy. There we go. Ah, crap. Damn it. Okay, hold on. What do I want? I'm gonna go back. I'm actually gonna go back to this for now. Oh, that was a bad switch. There's no ammo in it. And it didn't matter because I lost it immediately anyway, so who cares? That's right, Hope. Immediately putting my degree to good use. Hey, listen. The way I'm looking at it is, I can do what I want now. For, you know, this afternoon at least. I have, oh boy. I don't even care so much about the graduation thing. I'm just glad that my final project stuff is done. Oof, abysmal. An abysmal performance. An abysmal performance. Linus, I can't do 360 no scopes. I'm not that good. I'm not that good. Especially not right now. Not on no sleep and not with no practice. No 360 no scopes from me, I'm afraid. Let's get all these guys away. Hold on. Somebody wants to talk to me in real life. Not that you guys aren't in real life. Somebody wants my attention. You didn't come to the stream today for professionalism. Oh, come on. What? Well, that's fantastic timing on your part. At least it's not urgent. What a couple of days. This is gonna be a garbage stream. Don't you guys worry. This is just gonna be a complete waste of your time, my time, everybody's time. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. All right. Boy. Let's see if I can have one non-embarrassing match during this extremely short stream, which means really I only get like 2 or 3 more shots because I got to stop relatively soon. So I have to do something impressive within 2-3 matches. We'll see how that goes. Joanna Kettle asks, did somebody ask the obvious KH3 question? I know he's occupied other stuff. What is the obvious KH3 question? Because I don't think anybody's asked anything about KH3 other than somebody said this doesn't look like KH, which it isn't. So I don't know what the obvious question is. So if you want to ask that obvious question, you go right ahead and I'll do my best to answer it. Crap. No. Don't do that to me. Don't do me like this. Don't do me like this. And you guys are all stacking up out there like idiots. Pretty eat that. Oof. Oh, barely made it to a helicopter. Great. Awesome. Mackenzie says, the more you say it's fine, the less I believe you. It's okay. There's nothing to worry about. Everything is going to go in an acceptable fashion. Hope says, in a pressed shirt and tie, you didn't come to the stream today for professionalism. Well, you could argue that the fact that I'm still wearing this is an indication of the lack of preparation for the stream, since it's literally just a matter of I didn't have time between other things that I had to take care of and deciding that I wanted to do this before I was out of time with which to do it to change. Because basically, there's like a hard cutoff time on when I have to stop doing this, and there was a pretty hard availability window on when I could have started doing this, and I just decided, nah, I'll just hit go. I don't need to change. It's fine. Who cares? I don't know. Honestly, when I go, I usually do not put any energy into how I look, nor do I usually care about how I look, just in my general day-to-day life. It's not something I usually care about. When I do have occasion to like put on something nice, I sometimes like to keep wearing it for a little while. Like, I mean, like not all day or whatever, but you know, sometimes I leave it on for a little bit when I get home. I'm never like concerned about just changing into something more comfortable, because that's just really not what's I just don't care really that much. I think we're good. Whatever that guy was shooting at. I think he was just shooting at the guy that I... Oh, dead. No, oh man, I actually saved that. He didn't cook it at all. Awesome. I cannot believe that I saved that. He didn't feel that for quite some time. I don't know if that was lag or what, but I feel like I put several bullets into him before the hit indicator started popping up. Okay, everybody moved on, I guess. And somebody's popping smoke on that door. And they're popping lots of smoke in here. This is coordinated. Or just at least lucky. Because one person can't carry 2 smoke grenades, so multiple people just pop smoke. Lots of people. Or somebody with a smoke grenade keeps dying and throwing more smoke. But that would despawn the old smoke grenades, which I guess is what just happens. Yeah, actually, somebody was just dying and tossing more smoke grenades each time. That's what just happened there. I'm dumb, actually. Oh, crap. Damn it. I tried my best. The obvious, when do we get to see your Cage 3 episodes, Cage 3 first impressions? Okay, I guess that is the obvious question. Okay, I apologize. So, so Kingdom Hearts 3, Joey and I played it. We started playing it not the day that the game came out, but the weekend after the game came out, like a couple of days after it released. And, I want to say we beat it, like, at the very end of February, because basically we filmed pretty much nonstop for one weekend. Then we were able to meet the next weekend, and again, we filmed pretty much nonstop, but then we couldn't do anything for 2 weeks. And I want to say that... Ah, no! Wait, do I actually have our Cage 3 footage plugged in right now? I don't think I do. I think that's on a different hard drive. Yeah, I don't have that here. Yeah, I think that we finished up Cage 3, like, right at the end of February, maybe at the very beginning of March, and we filmed the entire thing. We filmed all of KH3. It's all filmed, and I have not seen Joey since that day in person. Well, we still, we talk, because we have phones in this modern era, but I have not laid my eyeballs on a Joey in the wild since the end of February, because I have just been too busy. Well, there were 1 or 2 times where we were like, hey, let's do something, and then just scheduling didn't work out, but that was literally like 1 or 2 times over the last however many months it's been to March. Oh, hold on, this guy right next to me. Oh gosh, he's really right next to me. March, April, May, basically throughout all 3 months, there was like a couple of times where we had the opportunity to possibly get together and do something, and just never had time. So never had time. Something came up. And then the rest of the time, I was just way too busy. So we shot KH3. That's all done. But I have been so occupied with schoolwork this semester and other things that were more important that I simply editing for the Let's Play stuff fell by the wayside. So and KH3 will not be starting to broadcast until we finish broadcasting all of the other Kingdom Hearts playthroughs that we filmed, which includes the Let's Watch of Coded, a full playthrough of Dream Drop Distance, a full playthrough of 0.2, and I haven't edited it yet, so I don't know how long it was, but I want to say that I spent like about 30 minutes or so recapping the plot of Chi, Unchained Kai, Union Cross, whatever. I spent like about 30 minutes or so kind of recapping Joey on all that stuff. Instead of us watching the movie or watching, the Everglow videos or whatever, I just kind of told him, this is what happened. This is what I think will most likely be the important bits. Turned out that very little of it was important, but, we wanted to cover our bases just in case. And so that he could be involved in the discussions of the theory crafting of, so could this be a Union Cross? Could this be a Union Cross thing? So basically, Coded is... The last 2 episodes of the Coded Let's Watch are 90% edited, but there was one major thing that I needed to do that was just going to take a lot of time that I didn't have on my hands at the time. Not only did I not have the time, I didn't have a piece of equipment that I needed for it. Wasn't anything. I just didn't have a camera at the time. I at the time when I was working on that, I had loaned my camera to someone else, and I need to shoot a live action segment for it. Basically, it's a long story. You'll find out when you watch Coded whenever it comes out. But I just haven't had time to work on it, and basically it was okay. Well, the next episode of Coded can't come out because it doesn't exist, and I really don't have time. Even after I got the camera back, I just didn't have time. So it was like, okay, well. Like, I could scramble and get the next 2 episodes of Coded finished, but I'm probably just going to wind up bottlenecking on Dream Drop Distance anyway, and there will be another delay. So, basically, I've just said playthroughs are delayed until, like, DDD and 0.2 are just done. Until I've edited everything. And then after that, they'll all just start coming out, and there will be no delays. There will be no gaps, as Alcid says in Final Fantasy XII. So basically, once I get all that stuff edited, then the Let's Plays will start releasing regularly again. However, the issue with that is that the Let's Plays are pretty much my lowest priority in terms of what I'm working on, because I have to. You guys may or may not notice this, but the main channel's been kind of dead lately. I did make that one video a couple of weeks ago, or months ago, or however long it was. I made that in March, so that's months now. Plural. So I really I like making stuff for the main channel, and I just haven't had time for ages. And what little time I usually had to work on YouTube stuff, I wound up giving to the Let's Play material, typically. So I want to be able to go back and actually make some of the stuff that I really want to make over on the main channel. I don't know how long that'll necessarily take me to make any of that stuff. I don't know how. I know, to be clear, I'm not gonna like go off and make 20 videos for the main channel and then start working on Let's Play stuff again. Like I will resume work on Let's Play stuff. After I get some sleep. I'm probably gonna get back to work. I might even start working on Let's Play stuff again tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I know I'll be working on it at least at some time this week. But my estimation is that episodes of Coded will resume. The final 2 episodes of Coded will come out before the end of the month, but when I say before the end of the month, I mean probably like right at the end of the month. But once they come out, it will be a continued straight shot through Dream Drop Distance to 0.2. And there might be some delays again once Kingdom Hearts 3 rolls around, but my hope is that with that much stuff in the can, it'll take a while for it all to come out, so maybe with that much of a barrier between me and running out of content, I will actually be able to edit KH3 at a rate. Oh god, I'm getting slaughtered. I will actually be able to edit KH3 at a rate where you guys will be able to, where I'll be able to keep up essentially. Well, 1 second, folks. I need to test something really fast. I'm doing a quick audio test. Alright, sorry, that sounds fine. I hadn't tested it, and I realized, like, maybe the gunfire is just way, way, way too loud and overpowering my voice, but it actually sounds okay. Whoop, hold on. You're still going. I need you to shut up. You need to go away. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Now, I've been looking away for chat for a while because I was talking about all that. So basically, yeah, you can expect KH3 playthrough stuff to continue, hopefully by the end of the... Not KH3 playthrough. KH playthrough stuff to continue by the end of the month. Wow, that guy killed 2 of us with 1 bullet, didn't he? Let's see that replay. It wasn't quite as impressive as I thought that it was. Never mind. So you can expect Kingdom Hearts stuff to resume by the end of the month. And it won't be Kingdom Hearts 3, though, because we've got to get through all the other games first. It's all shot. Everything is shot at this point. We have filmed all of Kingdom Hearts that exists, unless you want to really get persnickety with me and say, why didn't we film the VR experience, or why haven't we filmed the most recent... whatchamacallit, the most recent updates to Union Cross or whatever. Man, I'm just... I am doing very poorly right now. Why did I just pick a sniper rifle on this? Why am I doing this to myself? Why do I torture myself like this?
We're about to win this one. Keep up the fire.
Why do I do this to myself? Oh god, that... Ugh, the blue name on the guy in the background. Like, there's a friendly in the background, and his blue name seemed to appear over the guy who was running right in front of me. What is this red dot? Oh, gosh. These custom red dots in this game are just... Oh, man. Disgusting. How does anybody shoot with that? I can't even see what I'm shooting at. We're gonna go here. I gotta try and be good. I gotta impress you guys. It's the first time you guys watch me play a game like this, I think. I gotta impress people. That's not true, because I played a little bit of Black Ops 4, Blackout stuff on stream previously. So I guess, but this is really different from that. Where's all that gunfire coming from? Sorry, I'm just glancing over at chat real fast since people are talking about stuff. Linus, first impressions of the Sonic movie trailer. You can actually go to Twitter for my first impressions of the Sonic movie trailer. Joey and I had a little chat about it. You can go over there and you can see you can see Joey's reaction and my reaction at the same time. It looks terrible. It looks like a movie that was produced like 15 years ago. It looks so, I don't know what the word is. It looks extremely antiquated. I guess my thought process is I thought that those particular types of movies were behind us, and I guess I was wrong.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
I have no thoughts on the design of the Sonic, especially since they've said they're gonna redesign it. So let's wait and be mad about it later when they see what they change it to. Of course, there is the possibility. Of course, this is something that's been thrown around. The possibility that the Sonic that we saw in that trailer is actually a fake Sonic design, and that they did it to strum up some easy headlines and controversy, and then when they, quotation marks, fix it by revealing what was actually the real version all along, people will go, oh, they listened to the fans, and it'll generate the movie some goodwill. Because movies are horrible, and marketing is terrible, and life is misery.
Mission accomplished. Good work, Marines.
The way that we sell things nowadays is just really it's real underhanded. It's underhanded enough that if we found out that the Sonic movie did something like that, I would believe it. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna leave this lobby. After it finishes loading. That's great. We're gonna leave this lobby. I'm going to go out to the main menu. I'm gonna open this up, and I'm gonna find something impressive, just to because I'm not firing on all cylinders right now. So I need to impress you all somehow. I just got captured this a couple days ago. I think I remember what this is. If it goes, is it gonna go? There we go. Alrighty. I'm pretty sure I remember what this was. Yeah, I remember what this was, because I remember it kicked off with that glitch. Yeah, of course. While this is rolling, and you guys can see if I'm actually decent at this game, judge for yourself, I'm going to glance at chat again. Tucker says, definitely a fake Sonic. I agree. Definitely 100% a fake Sonic. A big-time fake hedgehog. Just Bean says, congrats on graduating. Thank you. It's done now. I'm finished. It took 5 years, but I'm finished with that at least. What's next for me, I'm not exactly sure. I've thought about doing graduate school, but if I do, it won't be this fall. It'll be like a year from now. I'm gonna take a year to do some other things, and you might hypothetically see me at a I might do grad school next fall, but undecided. Wow, I forgot how fast this happened. Because I remember what this clip is now. I forgot how quickly this occurred. Billy Lugo, it's so weird seeing Sonic in theater when I saw Detective Pikachu, the contrast. I haven't seen Detective Pikachu yet. I also haven't seen Avengers Endgame because, as indicated by the title of this video, I've been very busy recently, so that hasn't happened. And quite frankly, Endgame is a higher priority for me than Detective Pikachu. Though, I might go see it. Who knows? I might go see it for a laugh. I'm not necessarily sure if I'll enjoy it, but I'm not saying that as if I think it's gonna be bad. I'm not sure that it's for me. I'm not sure that I care enough about Pokemon to to really get into it. But I don't know. I mean, I'll go give it a shot. I'm hearing, you know, at least decent things about it. It could be fun to see, just to be able to talk about it. And I mean, I'm interested, just not really adamantly, not really strongly. Roxas 180 says, or I guess 180 would be the more accurate way of reading that, says, would you be down for a Modern Warfare 2 remaster? I suppose, but honestly, for me, like, I still think that the original Modern Warfare, and especially Modern Warfare 2, I think they still look really fantastic, honest to God. The only reason that I'm even playing this and not just normal, there are two reasons that I'm playing remastered and not Modern Warfare Classic. And the two reasons are as follows. Modern Warfare Remastered was free on PlayStation Plus, which means that its servers are suddenly going to be much more populated than they were a couple months ago. And so I got it for free, and voila, there are tons of people here. That's how it works when multiplayer games go up for free on PlayStation Plus. And the other reason is because, at least it's not so much on PC, but on console, it is almost impossible to get into a lobby of Modern Warfare, the original, that is not hacked. If you go onto servers for Modern Warfare 2 on PS3 or Xbox 360, actually, they are still actually very populated servers, and you don't run into hackers too frequently. They're there, obviously, but you don't wind up with them too much. Whereas, like, every time that I hadn't touched it in a couple of years because I gave up on it, but for several years, like, I could just consistently, I could never get into a good match in Modern Warfare, and this is legitimately, like, this is one of my favorite games of all time. I love Modern Warfare, the original. Modern Warfare 2 is great, and I enjoy it for different reasons, but, like, I adore the original Modern Warfare. Partially for the multiplayer, mostly for the single-player campaign, which I actually, if you may know this if you watched an update video that I put out a long time ago. Actually, there was a Let's Play of the original Modern Warfare, filmed almost 5 years ago now, with Aiden, where we filmed the campaign together. But that was the very first thing that I ever filmed with her, and I think it was a bit much. Not because of the game, like, just because, like, she wasn't necessarily comfortable with the rhythm yet. We didn't really know each other's. We hadn't established a rapport yet in terms of, like, we had not an on-screen rapport at least, and it was very difficult to really provide easy flowing commentary when we were, unlike a lot of YouTubers who are, you know, will talk over stuff. As you guys know from watching the Kingdom Hearts Let's Plays and other stuff we produce, we typically we really care about what's happening in the game. So if somebody starts talking, we shut up and listen to them. But the problem is that in a game like this, it's not like a Final Fantasy where you press X to advance through text boxes, or a Kingdom Hearts where there's cutscene time and then gameplay time. In Call of Duty, characters can be talking at any time when you're just playing the level, which I think would have been a lot easier for me and a Joey, even 5 years ago, just because we were a little bit more established with how we dealt with things. And Aiden and I, it just didn't flow super well, and it wasn't it just wasn't, number one, it wasn't super entertaining, and number two, a big part of the reason why I did the whole 65 pages of notes on the Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough was because I botched a lot of my points having to do with this game. It's because this is a fairly thematically complicated game. There's a lot going on, and there were just a few points where I wound up either just because in my own head I was like reaching for, because I'm trying to game. I gotta shoot bad guys, so it's sometimes hard to formulate thoughts while you're busy shooting at things and being shot at. So in a couple of cases, I wound up, like, in my mind just going back to, okay, what have I heard other people say about this? And I realized when I was watching the tape that, like, I just, like, 50% of my points in a lot of bits where I was talking about stuff were like plagiarized almost directly from videos. I was just quoting other people's work, not even necessarily consciously when we were actually talking during it. And there were also just places where I got little details wrong, like historical stuff, because I talked about, this is kind of a reference to yada yada yada, and this is kind of similar to, this is an allusion to, this calls to mind. And there were just, like, minor things where I got dates wrong, I got names wrong, and there were just little things where it's like, I'm talking about relatively serious subject matter here. I really want to be able to get this right, and I'm not sure that I have with what we've recorded here. So that was a big part of why that never came out. Also, at the time, it was another thing where I was busy, and I never finished editing it, so It was mostly me going, I really feel like this is like an important game to me, and I have not covered it in the way that I wanted to cover it. But it was also just as I was editing it, I was like, I don't feel like this is the most entertaining thing we've ever made. Because we were really quiet for a lot of it because we just wanted to listen to what was happening in the game. And I had to, unlike with the Final Fantasy where I can just mash attack, or even a Kingdom Hearts where it's a little bit easier to talk and play the game at the same time, I had a hard time, focusing on this and talking at the same time. And Aiden was, again, it was the first thing she'd ever filmed with me, so she wasn't really, she wasn't necessarily ready to leap in there and, pick up all of that slack, right? So it was a misfire. I picked it primarily because it was short. We literally shot the entire game in a day. We shot the whole thing in one afternoon, because it took us 7 hours, 8 hours. And it was fun. We had fun doing it. She liked the game. I was glad that we had done it. And I think it was good for getting her acclimated to this whole thing. And I think it helped to do stuff like that ahead of time before she was in the KH2 stuff. I think that by us doing that together, being in that crucible for 7 hours, I think that a little while later when she came on to do the KH2 stuff with us, I think that we had a much more firmly established dynamic. And then over the course of a couple of episodes, we kind of figured out, how, Joey and my dynamic and mine and her dynamic, we kind of slotted all that together into what I hope that the episodes with her in KH3, in KH2, people found entertaining. She's not in KH3. I addressed this previously, but Aiden was unfortunately unable to join us for any of the KH stuff going forward. So it's just going to be me and Joey, and occasionally you'll hear Joshua in the background because he was in the room running tech support for us pretty frequently. I'm thinking one more match, one or two more, and then I gotta stop because I got other things I need to go do. Oh, God. They were about to vote Shipment as the next map, and I'm not doing a Shipment game. I'm not doing Shipment. Let me see if I can... I don't want to do Domination either because that's just too long. Can I get into a lobby for Team Deathmatch? They're going to... That's the same lobby. Send me to a different lobby. I'm not doing Shipment. Okay, we're playing Domination. Not even that I dislike Shipment because it's fun, but I want to try and have a good match. Okay, well, that's not promising. How many people are online? I wish they showed how many players are online, not percentage of players in playlist. Okay, it's gonna dump me right back in. No, it didn't. I found a match where they're playing Winter Crash. That's fine. I am very split in this remaster on the joke maps. There's the Christmas version of Crash. There's the Daylight Beach version of Bog. The Daylight version of Downpour, I don't mind. With the little Irish stuff, the St. Patrick's Day stuff sitting around. That's fine. I don't mind it. The Beach Bog and the Christmas Crash are really weird to have in this game tonally, and to have them in normal rotation alongside everything else. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, but whatever. It's not like it's a big deal.
Let's do this, Marines.
I got real distracted for a minute there. Somebody gave... Oh, crap. Yeah, I was talking for a while about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, then I got off on other stuff. Epic Blue Boy, congratulations. Welcome to I thought you said the Illuminati Club. I started to read Illuminati Club. To the Alumni Club. Oh, I'm going to get up this ladder. Where the Streamlabs donation link? I have no Streamlabs donation thing because I'm an amateur. And I don't know how to set any of that garbage up. If anybody wants to help me with that, it would be appreciated. I do have a Patreon now, though. I wasn't going to make one until I had... I was really split on making a Patreon for a while because I was so busy with YouTube, with school, that, I didn't feel that I was making enough stuff consistently enough on the main channel to feel like I could ask people for money on a monthly basis. However, Patreon recently changed their user policies, where it's it was basically now you pay a... Oh, wow. I thought I heard feeds coming in. You now pay, there are now tiered versions of Patreon where it's you pay a monthly fee, and if you pay more, you get access to more features. And it's and you get a little bit less percentage of the money, which makes, people are going to say, oh, they're just greedy, but it's you need more people to create more services, to maintain, and you need more storage space to maintain. It makes sense. You know, business is growing because they have more customers. They need more money. It's not like it's free for them to just have more people on their service. You know, and Patreon is becoming bigger and bigger, and it's also a matter of, hey, you know, they're a company, they need to make money too. So they're like increasing the percentage of their take by, for the big people, a relatively unsubstantial amount, honestly, in my personal opinion. I suppose I don't get to make that call since my revenue stream doesn't rely on it. But that's the thing, is that they said, however, if you already have a Patreon account, if you have an active page, then you are grandfathered into the old model, and you're not going to pick up any fees. Nothing's going to change for you. So that basically meant, instead of me waiting like I was planning on until I'd made a bit more content and felt more confident in asking people for money, I decided I'm going to go ahead and make a rough version of the page now and publish it so I can be grandfathered into that preferable model. So I have a Patreon now. There's a link to it over on my Twitter. I'd put it in the description or something right now, but as you can see, I'm playing Call of Duty, so it's difficult to do that at the same time. What am I doing? Oh gosh, I'm butchering it. Linus said, my teacher has this thing where whenever he sees someone dab, he draws an X on the student's skin with a whiteboard pen. I was watching your BBS LP in school, and he saw Hercules' fat dab. Your video caused me an X. You shouldn't have been watching the video in school. You can't blame me for that. That's your own fault. Alternatively, blame Joey, because he was the one who pointed out that Hercules hit that fat dab, not me. I didn't even notice it. It was only afterwards, in the edit, I went back and looked at the footage, and I saw what he was talking about. What am I doing? What am I doing? Just a bean, what did you think of the FF7 Remake trailer from Thursday? You may or may not be hearing about that in a video soon, because that's one of the, I have a couple of video ideas, and that's one that I may or may not be making. Though, if you want my immediate thoughts on it, I posted something on Twitter about it. I saw it, like, in my recommendeds, and I was like, oh, I guess they put out a new trailer. And I watched it, and I was like, that was a trailer. It's the same. If you guys know me, you know that I'm like, it's just trailers. It's just hype. I like things with substance. I don't like getting really bent out of shape over things that don't exist yet. To me, it's just a real waste of energy. But the big thing that hit me while I was watching it was like, oh, we get to do more of this. We get to. I'm so sick of hype. I'm so tired of being excited. I don't know how to explain it better than that. I'm so exhausted of being excited. I'm just over it. I want to just enjoy content. I don't want to sit around anticipating content. I don't want to be like, oh man, when's the next thing? Oh man, did you see that trailer? It looks so good. I can't wait to find out how good it's gonna be. I just want to enjoy things that exist. If I never watch another trailer again, it's gonna be too soon. But this is a very personal take. I can see, looking at the trailer, that it was fun, it was exciting. There's a bit of a visual downgrade, but I fully expected that since all the footage we saw back in 2015, even the gameplay stuff was clearly fake. Especially after that whole CyberConnect 2 debacle. That was clearly all footage that was put together just for the purposes of, why am I running around with this freaking submachine gun on this map where there's not, oh, there is a full team now. Okay, never mind. Give me that shotgun. Thank you. Alright, let's see if I can actually do something here. Like, I can see that, you know, it's like, okay, well, there's a visual downgrade, but that's fully expected. I'm glad that they're actually showing us something that might be real. I'm glad that they're saying, you know, more in June. I get the distinct sense that I don't think that game is necessarily coming out, like, this fall, but if that's, like, a year away, I won't be surprised when we find out about it. Like, if we get a release window at E3, that won't surprise me at all. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it might happen. But I personally, it's like, I get it. I looked at the trailer. It's a fine trailer. I am so exhausted of being excited for things. I'm just over it. I'm just over it. I mean, even like the Marvel movies or whatever, like, which I enjoy those movies, and I'm like, I want to go see Endgame, but I'm not excited for it. It's just like, I have with those films, it's like I expect there's a certain expectation of consistency, where it's like, all the films, those that I've watched, were pretty decent. The most of the ones that I heard were like not great, I skipped. And it's like, they're all fine. Some of them are really good, and the other ones that aren't really good are fine. And so it's like, I'm gonna go see Endgame, and I fully anticipate enjoying myself, and I really have nothing beyond that other than I'll go see it, and it will probably be fun. Maybe it'll even be really fun. But I have no real excitement for it, and that's how things are just better when you aren't excited for them, because it's just, you have no expectations. You have no expectations, which means something can come along, and if something is really good, it can come along and really blow you out of the water and surprise you, and that's the realm where I prefer to exist. Epic Blue Boy, last time I played Modern Warfare 2, I prestiged in 1 kill. Yeah, that's what that game looks like now. You can get into servers that aren't hacked in it anymore. The problem is that Modern Warfare, the original on PS3 and Xbox 360, is nothing but hacked servers. But you can find clean servers in Modern Warfare 2 because there's still so many people playing it on console. Crap. Waiting Hard, out of curiosity, have you filmed KH3 with Joe yet, or is he still desperately dodging spoilers? Oh no, that was all filmed ages ago. I talked about that at the beginning, at the top of the stream. We started shooting that literally the weekend after the game came out, and we finished filming it, I think, either right at the end of February or the beginning of March. Yeah, so that's what that was. Okay, I said one more, but it took us a while to get into this one, and that was abysmal. I'm gonna try one more match. I say that. I really need to get going. What conundrum? I haven't had a single good match. I really wanted to impress you guys, but I suppose I'm just not gonna impress anybody tonight. I'm in no condition to impress anyone tonight. But yeah, no, with KH3 is all filmed. It's all done. Joey and I finished it. We've conquered that beast. It's all out of the way. Oh boy, there are a few of you in here now, and there's a lot of chat that I'm now kind of missing. Oops. Tucker said it's kind of weird they would keep a Christmas version of a map that's already in the game. While the Christmas version is pretty much an identical layout to the other version of the map, the variation on Bog, which is called Beach Bog, which is daylight and it's on a beach instead of in the middle of a city, they actually changed the map layout in a couple of spots. They actually make it harder to kill people in the spawn at the very beginning of the map because they added in a couple of new walls. I don't know if there's any like consensus on that from like the competitive scene. If there is a competitive scene for this. I haven't really read any reviews for remasters. I don't know what any other people think. All I know is that it plays pretty much the same way. Like, I really have no complaints. This is just the original game, but with populated servers. I don't even care about the graphics. Miss Cappuccino, just give me a release date, and maybe I'll remember your game exists 2 months after it's been released. Well, unfortunately, when so much of the whether or not a game is a success is determined, any product is a success is determined within their first weekend. You really got to move those units right away. If something is catastrophically crashes and burns in its first weekend, that can mean layoffs, that can mean studio closures. So, man, you gotta get those numbers right up front, man. You gotta get those numbers right up front, which means endless and impossible levels of hype. You have to be able to sell the product. Don't you understand? Don't you understand what we have to do to be successful? Oh, God. No, I am not going to grab Rage to Zakothrito? I'm not going to grab Rage 2. I have absolutely zero interest in that game. And it's just, honestly, it's just because despite the fact that I'm sitting here playing Call of Duty, Modern Warfare Original, I'm really overshooting things. Like, the last new shooter that I played was Doom 2016. I guess that's not technically speaking. I have played Black Ops 4, but that's you know, it's another Call of Duty game. I am just. I haven't seen a shooter in a while that has made me interested or made me want to run out and play it, because it's like it actually looks interesting and different to me, with the exception of Titanfall 2, which I will play eventually, but I just haven't gotten around to yet. Why am I? It's just what happened. I haven't slept, so I'm bad. I'm bad. Oh God, there were 2 of them there. Man, I'm just bad. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I shouldn't have done this. This is my debut multiplayer Modern Warfare stream, and I'm doing terribly. I haven't played it in a week. I have to be clear, though, the title of this video is at least a little bit of a lie. I have technically slept in the last 48 hours, but I've only slept a total of 6 hours in the last 48 hours. But that's too much information for a YouTube video title. It wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit if I gave you that much information. So I had to lie for marketing purposes, and also for humor purposes. The entire reason we're doing this stream is because I thought, wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if I did this now? I was really hoping that when I did my first stream of this, it would have been like, because I haven't touched this game in like a week or 2. I was really hoping it would be like, oh yeah, I'll go like 30-2, which I do sometimes. Not like every match, because, you know, it just happens. You wind up against people who are good or people who are bad, or you get lag or whatever, but it's like, I am actually pretty good at this game, and I don't even know why I switched to my pistol there. I'm real stupid. See, right now, I'm just not, my brain isn't working so good. Chances of me getting a good match are dwindling further and further away as we speak. I need to start using my brain. Like this.
Enemy UAV is airborne. Enemy helicopter approaching.
Crap. Well, hold on, actually, we're gonna go ahead and deal with that helicopter problem. Right where I am. Damn it! I missed. Perfect. Stay there. Awesome. All right. Hide in this corner and look at chat again for a second here. That's right, I played Joey's copy of Doom 2016. Billy Lugo. Technically speaking, Joey's copy of Doom 2016 is still sitting on my shelf over there. And I haven't touched it in like 2 years, though. He doesn't need it, so. God, I had him right in my sights and he picked me off too quickly. Another helicopter, really? Okay, sure, that's fine. Man, I am embarrassing myself. I'm embarrassing everybody. This is an embarrassing experience for everyone. On the bright side, the promise that I made on Twitter to stream at least once a week, I do actually hope to maintain that, and maybe you'll actually see a decent stream from me in the next couple of days, because this is a mulligan stream. Damn it! Okay, well, that guy needs to go away. Why am I picking that class? He needs to go away. He needs to not be around anymore. I didn't kill him. Crap. Zacto, do you think KH3 will have large story DLC or just side crap? They said it's gonna be. They've already said it's gonna be a big story drop thing. So that's what it's gonna be. They've already said it's gonna be that. Man, how did I miss that? I'm just bad. I'm just bad. And not in the Michael Jackson way, like the bad way. Damn it, why did I even try to engage at that distance?
Enemy helicopter approaching.
Get out of the way! Damn it. Dirk of DR, thoughts on new Star Wars? There's not a new Star Wars yet, is there? Did I miss a new Star Wars somehow? Or do you just mean the trailer for Episode 9? I don't know. It looks good, but I also like The Last Jedi, so I don't know. I guess I don't know anything about Star Wars. As we were discussing previously, I'm just tired of being excited for things. But it's kind of like the situation with Avengers and Marvel movies, where it's just like, yeah, I expect to enjoy that. So I'm not excited for it, but I'll go see it, and I'll probably enjoy it. And if I don't, then I'll be like, oh, well, who cares? It's just a movie. Star Wars is weird because it's like, it's a franchise. Most franchises aren't based on, like, actual works of amazing art. Wow, great. I was actually the top player in that match. That's pretty pathetic. The Star Wars is not like most franchises are not based on really actually strong works of art, and it's just really unfortunate that Star Wars like started with 2 films that might be like among the best films ever made and some of the most important films ever made. And then after that, it's like Jedi is really kind of messy. Like the first act of Return of the Jedi feels like a pilot for like a completely different Star Wars television show, and then the third act is where George Lucas's "we have to tell toys" really starts to infect the movies, and then the third act of Jedi is amazing. So overall, it like comes together and it's a fine movie. Because even though like I like the first act of Jedi, I just feel like it's unfortunately disconnected from the rest of the movie. I wish that Jabba hadn't died in the beginning. I wish that like I wish he had lived and like he had been the one who sold, like as revenge or whatever, he had like sold out the rebels in the third act or something. And instead of spending all that time on the Ewok planet, we could have had like a montage of the all of the rebels rallying across the galaxy and beating back the Empire. And it's like, okay guys, we're getting back some momentum. It's time for it's time for the big operation. We're gonna take out the second Death Star. We're gonna kill the Emperor in one fell swoop. It's time for decisive victory. And then we get there and find out, haha, it was all a trap. There's just, Jedi's fine. It has some pacing issues. And the prequels are bad. It's just what it is. They have really cool art. They have cool aesthetics. They have some very neat toys. And when other people were handed those toys, namely Genndy Tartakovsky and Dave Filoni, they managed to, Genndy Tartakovsky made cool music videos, essentially, with them. Made very cool action scenes, but not really a very compelling story. And then the folks who did The Clone Wars, Dave Filoni and his team, decided, let's, instead of, completely skipping the war, let's actually tell a war story, and let's try and make these characters interesting. And they did a pretty good job. And then, what's next after that? The Force Awakens was, like, a bit derivative, but it was fun. I really liked all of the new characters. They were all, unlike with the prequels, where it's like, you just really don't like any of those people. Force Awakens was, like I said, kind of derivative, but it was just a fun movie, and the characters were all likable, and I was like, yeah, I'll do another movie with these folks. I haven't seen Rogue One. The Last Jedi is extremely lopsided, and it has some major problems, but at the end of the day, it's one of the only movies in the franchise other than Empire where, like, I actually had thematic stuff to think about afterwards that I felt like was intended by the script, and it had some interesting ideas. The casino plot stuff was dumb. People are right to call that dumb because it was dumb. But I really liked the turn for Luke. It made perfect sense to me. Like, one of Luke's most consistent and defining character traits in the original movies was that he gets frustrated really easily and gives up on things. So if he felt like he accidentally created one of the most evil people in the galaxy and got dozens and dozens of people killed, yeah, he'd probably do exactly what he does in The Last Jedi. And I liked kind of the moral role reversal by the end of that movie, where like Kylo kind of starts the movie on the moral high ground, and Luke is like trying to say, "No, the past is stupid. People shouldn't look at me as a hero. It's dumb. This whole heroism thing is dumb. There's no such thing as heroes. I'm a failure. People held me to this incredible standard that no one could ever achieve." And Kylo like seems to kind of be warming up to Rey, and then at the very end, then Ren is like, let the past die, kill it if you have to. And people like take that as some kind of like slam against Star Wars in general, and it's like people don't understand that he says that in the moment when he's like making his firm final decision to be a villain. And then Luke embraces his role as a hero, embracing the past, embracing his larger than life image to do something. So I mean, it's a trick obviously, but he does something that's so spectacular that no human could do, this incredible feat of heroics. Like I said, I'm talking about good stuff. The movie has tons of problems. It's chock full of jokes that are just, bad. There were like 3 moments in that movie that were like intended to be comedic that landed. The main one being Ben Swallow. So yeah, it had a lot of problems, and I think its biggest problem, honestly, is that it's like, okay, well now what? Like, I watched that movie and I enjoyed it, but I'm like, okay, and now... You don't really leave the theater after The Last Jedi going, oh man, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna save Han Solo? What's that? Was that stuff about Darth Vader being Luke's father? What? So yeah, I'm sure Rise of Skywalker will probably be interesting. You know, I'll probably enjoy it, and that's all. The thing is, like, I'm at a point where, like I said, the first 2 Star Wars movies are just like this incredibly high, unattainable standard, where to continue to hold the franchise to anything even resembling that standard to me is absurd. So for me, it's just are these. Oh, and I enjoyed Solo: A Star Wars Story. I saw it on Blu-ray a while ago. I really liked it. It's like, I mean, people have said it's generic. It's like just kind of a standard action movie. It's kind of standard adventure movie. Yeah, it's a standard adventure movie in space. It's like any of those. It's like a really good Star Wars novel, because there's like dozens and dozens of those Star Wars books, and most of them are not very good. It's like, yeah, it's just a fun little story about Han Solo doing a thing. That's the kind of stuff that's the kind of stuff that I would like now. Is just fun space adventures. Because really, the only other movies that I go see that are fun space adventures are Guardians of the Galaxy films, and I really like fun space adventures. I like Star Wars. I like having fun at movies. The problem with the prequels isn't that, like, midichlorians or retcons or whatever, it's just that they're boring, and I don't like the characters. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of really weird stuff in The Last Jedi, and I get it. I understand why people don't like that movie, but for me, it's just like, yeah, I hold those first couple films in really high regard. They're 2 of my favorite movies ever, but it's like, there's no way that we're ever going to hit that again. And it's the main thing, honestly, the main thing that makes me upset at people who really get mad at The Last Jedi is not even that they don't like the movie, it's the level of vitriol that is directed towards Kathleen Kennedy and Rian Johnson. It's like they just made a movie. It's like I just see these videos every week. There are YouTube channels that get like 100,000 views every week, just putting out new videos about like Kathleen Kennedy's secret plot to destroy Star Wars revealed. Ryan Roundhead Johnson conceives new ways to ruin your childhood. And it's the same stuff that was happening 20 years ago with people accusing George Lucas of ruining their childhood in much ruder terms than that. It's like, this may not be a shock to you guys. I really didn't care for parts of Kingdom Hearts 3 very much. I thought like 85% of it was good, and that last 15% was like, woo! But I would never say, like, that Tetsuya Nomura is a horrible person who's just trying to ruin my fun and ruin Kingdom Hearts because of his conspiracy cahoots agenda with the feminist SJWs. It's just he wrote a story that I didn't like very much. I'm sure he's a perfectly nice guy. I don't know. So to answer your question, I'll see episode 9. I'm glad that they've decided not to do one of these movies every year. As soon as they bought it and they said a Star Wars movie a year, I was like, that's a mistake. That's a horrible mistake. And I think they've already realized that it backfired. I said with the Solo thing, obviously. But I need to wrap up because I said I was going to be done a few minutes ago. And I haven't stopped, so I probably need to get going. Yeah, so, yeah, this is a short... we went slightly over an hour. Whatever, it's fine. I mostly kept my hour promise. I went... It's an hour and 13 if I stop it right now, so we're good. Miss Cappuccino, why you like KH3 more than me? Also, SE should just let Nomura make whatever edgy game he wants at this point. That is exactly my feeling. Not to talk about this for too long, because I actually talked about it a little bit during the Last A Hat in Time stream. I'm gonna start doing highlight clips from some of my streams soon, and I'm probably gonna have to put that one out because I talked about it. But it's like right in the middle of a Hat in Time stream, and I know some people didn't watch it. I really, really, really feel like, and I'm not gonna go into detail right now. I really feel that Tetsuya Nomura's passion for the Kingdom Hearts series has waned at this point. He clearly has other things that he wants to be doing, and I wish that they would let someone else take over Kingdom Hearts. Like, he could still work on it. He'd be like a story consultant. He could be involved in it. But I wish that they would give him the freedom to go and do something else, and let someone else who has the passion for that series take it over. And I've seen people going like, "Oh, you can't do Kingdom Hearts without Tetsuya Nomura. That's like doing Metal Gear without Hideo Kojima." And that betrays a a staggering amount of lack of knowledge about the situation with Metal Gear and Hideo Kojima, actually. Because people who aren't in there with Metal Gear, all they know is, oh, Metal Gear Solid 5 came out and got good reviews and made tons of money. But then Konami fired Kojima, and then they put out Metal Gear Survive, which was a crappy zombie survival game, and they ruined the brand. Oh, this is what happens when you get rid of Kojima. And it's like, if you actually know anything about Metal Gear, you would know that the last Metal Gear game that Kojima wanted to make was Metal Gear 3. And he wanted to move on to other stuff after that, but he got actual death threats from fans. You know, if you don't direct 4, he didn't want to make 4. And it shows in 4. There are bits of it that are really personal, that really has a bit of that, the pathos that you want from Kojima stuff. But the rest of it is like all of the absolute worst aspects of his writing, and just a paint by numbers. Gotta do this thing that the fans want. Peace Walker and MGS5 bring back a little bit of the life that was missing from, I don't know, some people will argue with that on P5. But it's, not P5. Did I say Persona? Metal Gear Peace Walker and Metal Gear 5. The point is, people should not be forced to continue working on things after they've stopped enjoying it. They're not making it for you. They're making it for them. Good art, hopefully, is being made by somebody who really cares about it and has something that they want to say and that they want to do. And if they get to the point where they no longer have something to say, or something that they really want to be working on, and it's just a matter of fans really want them in the driver's seat more than anything, it's like, you're going to stop getting good products. It's kind of what happened with the prequels, I think. I think Lucas wanted to prove that he could do it. He really wanted to just go make some more of those movies, but I'm not sure how much he really cared about the contents of those films. I don't know. I'm not making a definitive statement. I'm saying I get that feeling watching the prequels. I wonder how much he was really emotionally invested in it and how much of it was like, well, what the hell? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. I gotta go. I got other stuff I need to do tonight, and I've already run over by about 16 minutes. So, I hope you guys, I appreciate everybody who did come out and watch me play Call of Duty 4 very badly. There will hopefully be another stream later this week. Possibly the next weekend, but hopefully just later this week. Where I'll play either this or A Hat in Time. But if I play this, I'll play it significantly better, I promise you. I'll actually get some practice and I'll be good at it. I have to go and do a couple of other things now, including but not limited to eating dinner. And then I'm going to attempt, we'll see how it goes, to go to bed. Because, you know, reasons would be a nice thing to do. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming out.